Support your Hobbit hobby.
Welcome, Strategy Battle Gamers, to another GBHL YouTube channel production. You're here with GBHL James, and today we've got
JT.
JT from Awkward Battles is going to be joining us for a bat rep today. Now, he doesn't know it yet, but this is a surprise. Get buff bat rep. That's right, how you press ups, JT.
Oh, dreadful.
Now remember the rules.
Can't do them.
The rules of Get Buff Bat Rep are: it's Lords of Battle, it's 500 points.
Ooh.
And the
My face looks
you like Lords of Battle because you like killing stuff.
Yeah.
It's Lords of Battle, and the loser at the end of the game will have to do the difference in victory points. Although it has been suggested, maybe it shouldn't be the difference in victory points. It should just be they have to do the total number of press ups of the winners' VPs.
Could do it with a skipping rope.
Yeah, I think we should do this with the press ups. So we're going to move on to the armies. So this is the board that we're going to be playing today's battle report on, and this is in response to some of the feedback from our subscribers for some interesting terrain. So you can see we've got some kind of town buildings, got a well in there. We've got some woodland areas. They are going to count as woodland terrain, and also the top of the hill is going to be the same. And also we've got some farmland round the back here as well. That's going to count as difficult terrain. So we'll move on to the armies. So this is my army today. I'm going to be bringing something a little bit different. This is because of a request from Morgan Kant, if that's correct, and he wanted to see a Grey Company and Rivendell allied force. So that's what we're going to be doing today. My force leader today is going to be Malbeth. It isn't an alternative list. I've got him in there for the 5+ save that he effectively gives to troops within 6 inches. Behind him, he has got 12 Rangers of Arnor, all armed with spears. The reason why we can take 12 is over to this side, we have 3 of the independent character heroes, which are the Rangers of the North. Now, these guys are going to have a horse, and that's why we're going to use the Outrider models, who've got exactly the same war gear as mounted Rangers of the North for the purpose of this battle. Moving on to our Rivendell contingent. We've got Círdan, and we've got Círdan here to do a little bit of magic, cast blinding light, etc. Now seeing JT's army, probably all of that's a little bit pointless, but he's going to be leading 4 high elves that are going to have bow and elven blade, and 8 high elves that have got shield and spear. So that's my force for today. On to JT's army.
Yeah, my army. My force leader is this Easterling captain who's got the bow. He's got one squad where, the first 4 there are the Black Dragon upgrades, and then behind I've got a squad of pikemen, 8 of them. Then moving on, I've got a captain on horse. We're going to differentiate him by his halberd weapon. Another phalanx with just some plain Easterling warriors at the front with shield. And then my final warband, another captain mounted. We'll notice him for having the axe, with another phalanx and 4 warriors in front of them.
So that's our opponents for today, an Easterling force. So we know that we're playing Lords of Battle because this is a Get Buff Bat Rep. I'm hoping JT smashes me so I can show off some amazing press-up skills. So what we are going to do is we're going to roll for table sides. And JT gets a 6 and I get a 3, so you get to pick table side.
I'm going to start from this side here.
Yeah, you did exactly what I would do, which is just stay lazy and do the side that we've already got our armies. So with Lords of Battle, now that JT has chosen his deployment, that means that, his table side, that means that he gets to deploy. So he's going to roll through now and we'll see where our armies end up before we go into turn 1, priority. So this is how the battlefield looks after deployment. As you can see, JT's got 1 warband to his right flank on that side of the house. And then back here behind the well in the kind of little town square, he's got his leader behind that well and another pike block. And then some more Easterlings over on his left flank. Meanwhile, the Grey Company and Rivendell Alliance have set up like so. So you can see the elves are on the left flank, you've got Círdan there, some Rangers of the North behind, and then some more Rangers behind the wall. Another Ranger of the North just out there on that right flank. So, that's the battle board. Let's go into priority. Turn 1 priority. And it's priority to me.
Yeah, I'm going to call a heroic march. I've decided I want to try getting my Easterlings up there as quick as possible, so here goes.
So that increases their movement to
9 inches.
So 9 inches to get nice and close, but you can't charge with a heroic march. So we're going to continue with my movement. So as part of my movement with Círdan, I'm going to cast Aura of Dismay using 3 will. This means that troops within 6 inches of him get to cause terror. It's an exhaustion spell, so it lasts until he's out of will. And that is a cocked dice, so I'll re-roll. And I failed to cast it. Unbelievable. So this is how it looks after movement. I kept everything pretty still just for the shooting while moving these rangers over here, recognising that with his heroic march he would be bringing his captain up here. He's also brought up his Easterling pike block there. Those guys are they're not the Black Dragon upgrades. I also moved out to the side there, one of the rangers of the north, recognising he was going to move up towards this wall. And he's also moved up through the square with these guys, into the woodland with those, and his captain's come around the side. So we're going to go into shooting. I'm going to start off my shooting with the Ranger of the North in the front, firing at the Easterling captain. Hopefully pop a horse, need a 4+ because I've moved. I get the 4, does it hit the horse or the rider? Hits the rider, and he's defense 6, so I need 6. Ooh, we get a 5. Do we create a wound on him? We're using a point of might. Why not? We're going to turn that into a 6 with his point of might. So you want to use your fate?
Yeah.
And he fails, so your captain takes
I'll use
a wound.
one of his points of might.
Oh, you're using one of his points of might to bump that up to a 4.
Yep.
Which means you avoid the wound. So the captain uses the fate, and this is Lords of Battle, so that is 1 victory point to me. So we're going to go into my next shot, which is going to be the same, but this time with this Ranger of the North firing at him. 4+ to hit, because I've moved. And we hit. Do we hit the horse or the rider? We hit the horse. The horse is an armoured horse.
Yep.
So it's defense 5, meaning I need another 6. I get a 4, so the horse is okay. Okay, continuing to try and deal with the oncoming threat, I'm going to use these 4 rangers here to fire at that captain. So these guys haven't moved, they need 3+. And 3 hits. They hit the horse or the rider. All of them hit the rider. He has just remembered that these guys are defense 7. We're not going to backtrack from previous. He did say defense 6, but this does mean that it's 6s followed by 4s. And we get nothing. So this Ranger of the North is going to take a pop shot at one of the pikemen behind. He moved, so he needs a 4+. And he misses. Next up, the 8 Rangers of Arnor here are going to fire into the pikemen behind there. They haven't moved, so they need a 3+. Inner ways for the guys in front. And all of them, apart from 1, hit the guys in front. So the one that hits the pikeman needing a 6 to wound. Oh! And a pikeman goes down. And the ones that hit the front rank needing 6s. And nothing. Plenty of 5s, no 6s. And the final part of our shooting, we're going to shoot with the 4 Elven Bowmen there into his force leader next to the well. 3+ to hit. 1 cocked dice. So 4 hits. Needing 6s. Oh! And there's 1 6 there. Okay, so he needs to roll his fate. And he fails it. He's going to use 2 points of might to avoid the wound.
I'm going to use these 2 points of might, yeah, because they can always be regained.
Okay, so you can use 2 points of might there to avoid the wound. So that's the end of my shooting. JT's used some might to avoid wounds on his characters. And it's onto his only shot now, which is from the wounded guy there. It's the captain there. He's just going to fire at the bowman on that right hand side. He's moved, and what does he need? A 5+? Yep. So 5+. And he gets a 6. So he's defense 5, you're strength 2 post. You need another 6. There you go. And we get a 1. So this is how it looks at the end of turn 1. We're going to move into turn 2, priority. And it's priority to the Easterlings. So it's JT's priority, but I've called a heroic move with Malbeth's point of might, so we'll go on to that now. But this is my heroic move so far, just moving in on that captain. Kieran jumps over the wall, got a 6, and continues movement, and he's going to try and use his Aura of Dismay now. Come on, 5+. No, no. So we don't get it. So it looks at the end of movement. After my heroic move, I just move things up to counter his charge towards the wall there. Meantime, JT, he sent out 1 guy over there to hold up my Ranger of the North on his horse. Charged up through the middle here. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a nasty combat soon. And started moving around the wooded area too. So we're going to move on to shooting. So the elves are going to go into shooting as JT's captain with the bows move full. We're going to get 2 shots off at the supporting pikeman there and another 2 at the pikeman behind. So the blue dice is for the pikeman at the back and the red dice is for the pikeman in the middle, needing 3+. All hit. Needing 6s to kill. Oh! and both of them go down. Bye-bye. So next up we've got the 2 rangers that are here. They're going to be shooting through that pikeman support in there at the rear pikeman there. 3's to hit. 1 hits. Does it hit the guy in front or the guy behind? Gets through. Needing a 6, could do with that now. Oh, and it's a 2, he lives. Next up, the 2 to the right of them are going to be shooting at the middle pikeman there. 3's to hit. 1 hits. In the way. Hits the guy in front. 6 to kill him. And it's a 4. Next up, the ranger of the north here who didn't move. He's going to shoot at the captain over there. 3+ to hit. He hits. Saw rider. It's the rider. Probably all out of 6s, but he's defense 7, yeah? Yeah. So I need 6s followed by 4s anyway. Get 5. So this is how it looks at the end of shooting. Currently 5-0 to moi, although I'm sure it will change soon. So we're going to go into combats. And I'm just going to declare at the start that the Ranger of the North, with his point of might there, is going to call a heroic strike. So he goes up to fight 6. So it was JT's priority and he's chosen to do this combat first. I did charge in, so I'm going to get 2 attacks. I do have the high fight value, so he is going to feint. Let's see what he gets. He gets a 2. And we take him down. So the Easterling is knocked down, which means I now get double strikes against him. I'm strength 4 against defense 6, needing 5s. And he is very dead. So the second combat is going to be the 3 Easterlings there, who are attacking over the barrier against the 1 Ranger of Arnor. And the Easterlings take it. We've just been checking the defending over barriers position. My guy doesn't have to back away, and therefore he doesn't count as being trapped, or so we read it. So you need 5s, I believe, to kill.
Yep.
Oh! No way!
So I'm backing off.
So, as attacking over the barrier, you had to do an in the way anyway for the barrier. So, in fact, let's count that as the in the way. So 2 miss.
Right. Oh yeah.
So 2 miss, 2 hit the thing. Okay, and this one, if you get a 5, how generous am I?
Thank you.
Go on. It's a cocked dice, oh no! So this is a 6, cocked dice means 6 come in.
5.
And it's a 5, so you do kill him. There we go. So anybody who wants to ever accuse me of power gaming, you can do one. So next up, we've got the 2 Rangers of Arnor here fighting against the Easterlings over the barrier. I am a higher fight, but because I've got a spear supporting model, I'm going to feint with the sword in the front, and I presume you're going to feint as well. So let's see who wins the combat. Oh, and the Easterling takes it. So he is attacking over the barrier, so he has to make the in the way first of all. One of them gets over. And again, you need that 5 to kill, and you kill him. It's the second VP. So next up, we've got the Easterling at the front there against the 2 Rangers of Arnor. I'm going to feint with my guy at the front because I've got the spear support with the fight 4 at the back, and I'm guessing you're going to feint as well. So let's see what happens. Oh, and joint worst rolling. However, I do take it with a 2. So strength 3 against defense 6 is 6s. The red dice is the feinting dice, re-rolling 1s. Oh! And he goes down. Ouch! It's over here, isn't it? It's him. You're right there, JT. It's been on camera, isn't it? Woo! Yeah. And the final combat is the heroic striking Ranger of the North on horse, and the 3 Rangers of Arnor there. The one at the front will feint, obviously because of the spear support and the heroic strike, etc. And then we've also got the 2 pikemen behind supporting the captain. To win the combat. And I'll get the 4, and your highest is 4, and because I've got higher fight with my heroic strike, that means that we take it. So he is trapped here, he is trapped, so we are doing double strikes. So one of the Rangers making strikes on the horse first of all, because that will need 5s. He doesn't get it. Next one along, and he gets it, so his horse is killed. Front rider. Oh, and he's rolled a 1. So he rolled a 1 for his thrown rider, so he takes a strength 3 hit. So if it's a 6, he takes a wound, and it's a 1. And making strikes on the fateless dismounted Easterling captain, the red dice are going to be the feinting dice that are strength 3. They need 6s, and the blues also need 6s from the Ranger of the North because he's defense 7. Oh! and he takes a wound. So this is how it's looking at the end of the turn. Currently 7 victory points to 2. So we're going to go straight into turn 3, priority. And it's drawn. JT got priority last time because I had to call a heroic move, so therefore it means it's my priority. So with the captain that still has his might, he is calling a heroic move. Now it doesn't affect anybody, there's no with me. I think JT's doing this so that he can get his cavalry charge in. So the heroic move, you want to do that now? Yeah, and this is just so that he's getting the charge in on those elves. So, onto my normal movement. Wow, so this is how it looks at the end of movement. So we counter-charged in on his captain, who did the heroic move. And the rest of the Easterlings have been trying to make their way through the woods. Did manage to catch up with some of the elves here, but I'm still going to be able to get off some bow shots. I did only move half. Over here looking really, really messy. I realised that for the 2 casualties that I took, we forgot to roll our Malbeth saves. We're not going to do retrospective, but I would like to see what would happen. Oh, they'd have both lived. They'd have lived. Anyway, not that that matters. So we did charge his captain that's on the floor there, and he's just moved up against that barrier and around to try and deal some damage. So hopefully we'll remember next time. And we're going to go into shooting. So I'm going to start my shooting with the Ranger of the North here, shooting at the pikeman supporting the captain on the floor. 3+ to hit. And he gets a 2. Next up we're going to do the 3 high elves with bows who aren't in combat. They're going to fire at the 2 supporting Easterlings behind that combat. They move, so 4+ to hit. 2 hits. So first one on dude in the middle, in 6s. Doesn't get it. Second again in the middle. Doesn't get it, he lives. So that's how it looks at the end of shooting. So we're going to go into combats, and it's my priority, so I'm going to pick the order of the combats. Okay, so the first combat we're going to do is going to be the high elf with the elven blade and bow. He is going to feint, and he is going to use his elven blade, and also the spear support in there versus the... Is he the... He's just a normal Easterling. Sword down to normal Easterling and the 2 pikemen. So my red dice is going to be the elven blade, blue dice is the spear support. 6. Oh, 6. And you get the 6, which means you take it. So they push back, so he needs a 5 to kill. Oh, he kills him with that 6 there. So I've just remembered that I've got my Malbeth save. So let's see if I can get this one. Would you? And it's a 1. So we're going to do the combat against the captain on the floor there. We've got the ranger in contact. He's going to feint. Are you fight 5, your captain? Okay, so my ranger of the north will also feint. And then I've got my 2 rangers of Arnor spear supporting behind. See what happens in the duel roll.
I got a 6.
Oh, and you get the 6, so you win that combat and stand back up. Oh, that captain survives. So next up we're going to do the 2 rangers of Arnor here against the 3 pikemen. My ranger of Arnor at the front is going to feint. So roll in. Oh, and we get the 6 and we take it. The red dice is the feinting dice, needing 6s on both. Oh, he goes down. Nice work, my friend. So I'm going to move 2 along, and I'm going to be fighting against the 3 here. He is a black dragon. I'm going to feint with my guy at the front because I've got the spear support. So let's see what we get. And you get the 6. So which strikes get over the barrier? 1 strike gets over the barrier, and unfortunately he rolls a 1. So next up I'm going to do the Ranger of Arnor against the 2 at the barrier there. No special strikes from me. Oh! And we take it, he's sword down, isn't he?
Which one we inside? That one there?
Yeah. He's sword down, so our higher fight takes it. Take him back away, so we need a 6 to kill him. Oh my god! No way! No way! I think we were agreeing that I'm rolling a higher percentage.
Too many 6s.
I'm rolling a lot of 6s here. Unbelievable. Another Easterling goes down. Next up is the 1-on-1, the Ranger versus the Dragon. Was he a Black Dragon?
Yeah,
Black Dragon. No special strikes from me because we both fight 4. And we both get 4. So you are evil, and it was my priority, so I roll this. So on a 1 to 3, this is for you. On a 4 to 6, I get it. And we take it. So can this roll of this 6, all these 6s, can it continue? Next up is the poor Ranger of Arnor there. He is up against the 6 strikes of the Easterlings there. So What can we do? What can we do? Give me a 6. Give me a 6. Oh, and he gets a 3. So surprise, surprise, he loses the combat. I'll just inform JT that when you attack from both sides of the barrier, then I lose the defending away. So you need 5s.
With 6 dice, I've got to do it.
Got to get him.
Yes, the last dice.
Now that's 1 Malbeth save to make. Can I get the 5+? No! And he dies. And the final combat is going to be the Ranger of the North on his horse versus the Easterling here. The Easterling did get countercharged, and we've got all these guys in combat. So let's see who wins. So if I hadn't countercharged with a cavalry model, JT would still get his extra attacks for charging the infantry models, even though he was countercharged. However, because he's been charged by cavalry now, he loses that extra attack. So let's roll, see who wins. Oh, a terrible rolling from the Easterling. So the elves with their strength 3 are going to need 6s. They've got double dice, and then the fainting ranger of the north, he also needs 6s because it's defense 7, but he's re-rolling 1s. He's the green dice. So let's see what happens to him. Does he survive? Oh, and that's 2 wounds. So JT needs to pass his fate to live.
There he goes.
Roll a 1. Oh no! No, he can't even do it with might. So he goes down. Oh dearie me. And because of Contest of Champions, I believe that my Ranger of the North here gains a point of might back. Wow, this is how it looks at the end of the turn. No more might on the Easterling side, but the oncoming horde is rushing on. So we're going to go into priority turn 5 or 4. Oh, onto priority. And it's drawn, and it was my priority last time, so it's priority JT. However, with JT getting priority, I'm going to call 2 heroic moves. One with Círdan here, and one with the Ranger of the North here. So we're going on to the combats. So we're going to start off, it was JT's priority, so he's choosing the far combat there with the 2 high elves versus the single Easterling. So let's rock and roll.
2.
And I get a 3 highest, but you only get a 2, so we win that combat. So needing 6 to kill the Easterling, and we get a 5 highest. So next up, the Ranger of the North, who charged in against the Easterling on foot. Let's see what we get. We get a 6, so we take that one. So he is not down, it's strength 4 against defense 6, so I need 5s or 4 dice. No! No! Can't use a point of might because he used it for his heroic move, so therefore on to the next combats. Next up, we're going to do this 2-on-2 of the elf with the spear and shield, and the elf with the elven blade against the 2 Easterlings here. So I'm going to feint and use my 2-handed with the guy in front, and fight as normal with the guy behind. It's a 5 highest. What do we get? Oh no! We get a 5, and the higher fight beats it. So the white dice need 5s, and the blue dice need 6s. We get nothing. Next up is the 2 elves versus the single Easterling there. The elf at the front is going to feint and use his 2-handed. He is the red dice. You fainted and you win that combat. So we move back. In your 5s to kill the elf in front.
Could really do with a kill here.
Oh, but you fainted.
Yeah.
So you can re-roll that 1, and always on the re-rolls you get them. Oh, and he does.
What a
and the
lovely
elf goes
roll.
down. So next up, it's the 5 Easterlings here against the 2 high elves here. See who gets it. And you get a 6. And I get 5 highest, so you win that combat. So needing 6s to kill the guy in front. And you get it.
Yeah.
And he dies. Another VP. So Malbeth is there, so let's see if we get that save. And we don't. So next up is the 2 high elves here versus the 1 Easterling there. The guy in front is going to use, he's just going to feint, he's not going to use his 2-handed. Let's see who takes it.
It's you.
And the elves take it. So we need 6s, re-rolling 1s on the green dice. And we get double 3 again. So next up we've got the 2 Easterlings here against the elf there. I'm going to shield with the elf. I'm going to get a 6, so double 6. Woo. So I win the fight. Next up we've got the captain and one of his fight 4 black dragons against my single grey company. So,
Yellow one's my captain.
Yellow one's the captain. And we get 4 highest, so I could do with a 6. Oh, and I get a 5. And you're out of might as well.
Yep.
So we win that fight. Both strikes from the Ranger of Arnor against the guy there. Couldn't move back an inch. But you can choose to move him back if you want, but then you'd remove that spear support. You sure? Sure. Okie doke. So we need 6s. Oh! Ooh. And we take him down. Next up, the 2 Rangers of Arnor. Guy in front is going to feint against the 2 Easterlings there.
Yep, Black Dragon in front.
Let's go. Let's see what the yellow dice get. 3 highest. We get a 6 and we win that fight. So needing 6s, the green dice re-rolling 1s. Green dice is re-rolling at 1. Do we get a 6? We get a 2. So next up we're doing the 6 here against the single Ranger of the North there. So it's 7 against 2. Let's see. You should get a 6. Oh my days.
3 high.
Yeah, well watch me get
Double
a 1 and a 2 now, or double 1. Oh, thank goodness for that. So true heroics there from the Ranger of the North. He's going to put his first lot of double strikes against the Easterling there. So he needs 5s to kill him. And we get 2. And for the nearest one there, again 5s to kill him. Oh, double 5 again. And he goes down. Next up at the barrier, we've got the 2 Rangers of Arnor against the charging Easterling. We're going to feint with our guy in front because he's spear supported. Let's see what happens. Who wins the fight?
Not me.
And we win the fight. 6s to kill, re-rolling 1s on the green dice. Oh! And there's a 6. Another one. Unbelievable. Another Easterling goes down. Crazy number of 6s. Like, absolutely not statistical, would you agree?
I don't know what's going on.
I've been very lucky in this game, I think.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got the 2 Rangers of Arnor here fighting against the... He is a black dragon, isn't he?
Yeah.
So we're feinting with the guy in front. Let's see what happens.
5.
And we both get a 5. So it's a roll-off. So it's JT's priority. He's evil. So 1 to 3. It goes to him. And it does! Woo!
Get a look my way, come on.
He gets one.
Please
now,
get it over the hill.
It is at the barrier. So does he get over the barrier? No! No! He gets a 3. Unlucky, buddy. So you move back that 1 inch. So the final combat of the turn. I actually moved Círdan up for his high fight value. I think I'm going to need that because he is fight value 5. The Ranger of the North, therefore, is going to feint. Círdan is counted as unarmed. It's -1 to his dice in the dual roll. And then we've also got the 2 Rangers of Arnor here. You are going to use a halberd,
yeah,
which is also -1 to your roll on the dual roll. So the green dice is unarmed Círdan, the 2 red dice are the Ranger of the North, and 2 blue dice are the Rangers of Arnor, and the white dice are his captain with -1 to his dual roll. Let's see what happens. Wow. And we take it. So as I charged in, he is knocked down. So an interesting situation has come up here. Let's see what you guys think. It's something that's not quite clear. Now Círdan is unarmed, so it's -1 to wound as well. Now he's strength 4 against defense 7, so he would need a 6. We've agreed that this means that he is unable to wound unless he had a point of might, rolled a 5 and could change it to a 6. So we're not going to include his strikes here. So instead we've got the 4 of the Ranger of the North needing 6s and the 4 from the Ranger of Arnor also needing 6s. So we need a 6. Oh my days. Oh my days. Not a single 6. However, it was re-rolling 1s. He did feint. So where are 1s? We've got 1 there. Let's see if we can get that single 1. Oh, and we get a 2. So this is how the battlefield looks at the end of that turn. It could swing either way. JT's got tons of numbers, but will the fight for and spear support hold off? Let's go into priority. Priority! And it's priority to the Grey Company in Elves. So this is how it's looking after movement. Those guys have just swarmed in on them again. Eastlings are really hammering this right flank. Hopefully the Elves can hold off while the Rangers of Arnor do the job over here. There is some shooting, so we'll go into that now. So we do have some shooting. We've got these 2 Rangers of Arnor who are a little bit spare there. They're going to be shooting at the supporting Easterling there. They did move, I believe, so it's 4+ to hit. 1 hits. Needing a 6 to kill. Cock dice. And a 3. So the first combat I've chosen here is against the Easterling captain. We've got the spear support in Elf and the fainting Ranger of Arnor. So let's see what happens. Oh! And you get the 6 and you take it. So strength 4, needing 4s. Oh yeah, easily dead. So next up we're going to do the Elf here. He isn't going to use any special strikes and he's going to fight against the fainting Easterling. Let's see what happens. Oh, he gets a 5. Pressure, pressure. 4. No way. So the Easterling wins. So needing a 5 to kill him.
It's a 6.
It's a 6. We can't even see it because of the tree. There it is. It's a 6. So another elf dies. And again, just remembering the Malbeth save, 5+. Nothing. So not a single save so far in this game. Next up we're going to do the 2 high elves here against the Easterling on the hill. JT's chosen to shield, so let's see what happens. And he beats me back. Next up the Ranger of the North against the downed Easterling. We charged in, so 2 attacks. He gets a 5. Oh! So he stands back up. Next up we're going to do the high elf here who's going to be shielding against the 2 Easterlings. So let's see what happens. And you win. I believe my high elf is trapped here, so he needs double dice and he needs 6s off 4 dice. And he takes him down. So next up we've got the high elf with spear and shield here who's going to be shielding against the 3 Easterlings behind. Can I get a magic 6? Come on. No, 4 highest. Oh! And you get 4 highest. So we actually win that, but we're shielding, so no strikes made. Next up, it's the high elf here against the Easterling. I'm not going to do any special strikes. So it's 1-on-1. Get a 3. Oh no! The elf gets a 2. It's cock dice, re-roll. And a 4. You needed 5s. So you live. Next up, it's the high elf versus the Easterling there. Let's see who gets it. We get a 2, and we lose another combat. So, you need a 6 to do something. No. And you get a 1. Next up, it's the 2 Rangers of Arnor fighting against the 3 Easterlings here. I'm going to feint with my front guy. And you have got a black dragon dude, so let's see what happens. Oh, we've got a cock dice. You've got a 6. So we need a 6. Come on. No! And it's a 4. So we lose that fight. So 5s to kill the guy in front. Should do it on 3 dice. Should do it. Oh no! No! 3 2s. No way. No way. Okay, next up we've got the 2 Rangers of Arnor here. The one in front is going to feint against the Easterling there, who is a black dragon. So let's see what we get. We get a 5 and we win that one. So we need 6s. Fortunately it was the wrong way round with the 1, so we don't kill him. Next up we're going to do the combat here against the captain on the floor. We've got Círdan, who is unarmed, the 2 Rangers of Arnor, and we've got the fainting Ranger of the North against the captain on the floor and the 2 pikemen. So the red dice is the unarmed model. Let's see what happens. Oh my god, you've used white dice. Which one's a which?
I got 4.
You got 4 highest, I got a 5 highest. So we win that combat. So again, Círdan can't strike. The black dice are going to be the Rangers of Arnor, and the blue dice re-rolling 1s. Everything needs 6s. Oh! And we get that 6. And with that 6, that captain goes down. Because of Contest of Champions, we regain a might point for one of the heroes in the combat, and I'm going to give it to the Ranger of the North. So next up is the Ranger of the North, who charged in on those 3. So let's see what he gets. He gets 5 highest. He's got 2 more dice. No! And he takes it. Knock those bad boys down. So he's going to make his first double strike against the Black Dragon with his fight 4. So for this we need 5s. We don't get it, so we'll go for him again. And we managed to kill him. Wow, so this is how it looks at the end of that turn. JT is 6 off breaking, and I am 7 off breaking. So let's roll for priority. It's priority JT. So with JT getting priority, I've decided to call a heroic move with the point of might that was regained by the Ranger of the North. So this is how it looks after all of our movements, including my heroic move, which I just used just to make sure that I got some of the guys into the combats that I wanted to over here. So JT charged in here just to stop me from getting that charge. Managed to surround those elves over there, look like they're on their way out. And also charged in on my Ranger of the North here, which I in turn countercharged. So there is some shooting, so we'll go into that. So the shooting at the two Rangers of Arnor here, shooting at the pike that's supporting. So needing 3s. One gets through. Needing a 6. He gets a 1. And no poison, eh, Charles?
No,
Mr.
no.
Harad. So first combat is on this right flank. It's the fainting Ranger of Arnor and Ranger of Arnor against the two Easterlings. Let's see what happens. We get 4 highest, but you only get a 3 highest, so we win that. So needing 6s with the red dice re-rolling 1s. Oh, and another Easterling goes down. So next up we're going to do the high elf here, who's not going to make any special strikes against a fainting Easterling supported by his pike. So let's see what you get. 2 highest, watch me get a 1. And 2, we take it. So we need a 6 to kill. Oh, boo. So next up, JT's decided he needs to pick me up, so he wants to try and kill this guy here who will be trapped. He's fainting with his Easterlings, and I'm shielding, so let's see what happens. Give us a 6! 3 highest, but you get 6s. So you win, double dice, and you need 6s.
First lot, pretty please.
First lot, and you don't get it.
No, but there is a 1 to consider reroll.
Oh, you get 2 1s to reroll.
Please, last turn.
Don't give him a 6!
No!
Yes! Yes! He lives! He
That kind of
lives!
look tells you you're going to lose.
So next up we've got the 5 Easterlings there against the High Elf, who unsurprisingly is going to be shielding. So, give me a 6. Come on, I just need a... Yes! Double 6s! And we beat them back. Well done, Mr. Elf. Do 1 Easterlings. So next combat is the High Elf versus the Ranger of the North on his horse, who didn't get the charge against that dude there. Painting with the Ranger of the North. Let's see what you get. You get a 3. We get a 4. So the blue dice is the Elf needing 6s, and the red dice is the Ranger of the North needing 5s, re-rolling 1s. Oh, we get that 1. Do we get it? Yes! Come on! And he goes down. Nice little re-roll with the fainting there. Next up, the High Elf on his own versus the Easterling on his own. Both fighting as normal. You get a 6. I need a 6 to counter it. Oh! And the High Elf fight takes it. Good rolling. And you're trapped. So let's see if we can really swing this. Get a 6. No. And he lives. Next up, the Ranger of the North, who did get charged by the 3 Easterlings. So let's see what happens. You get 5 highest. Oh! Wow, so the heroics of the Rangers of the North is really paying off. So I need a 5 to kill one of those dudes. And we get a 1. So the Easterling, who managed to jump over the wall with a 6 and continue his charge into the Ranger there. It's a 1-on-1. So let's see what happens.
Yes,
And the Easterling takes it.
He is doing a swift action.
So you need a 5.
Come on.
Oh, it's cocked, which means you will get a 5 next. Yes! It always happens.
Nice.
And he dies. So does 80 points of Malbeth actually save anything in this game? No! No. Next up is the 2 Easterlings, the guy at the front fainting against the High Elf who is shielding. And we get a 6, and we take it. So next up is the Captain versus the High Elf and the guy there. The High Elf and the Ranger of Arnor. Okay, now you have chosen to faint, so let's roll our dice. Now, we've got match there. However, you're fight 5 and I'm fight 5, so what fight value do you go down to? Yeah, so we win that. So the captain is trapped, so we need 6s. Oh! He's dead! He's dead!
He has got fate, this one.
He's used it. No, he's the one who got the shot away.
I've not got him down for using any fate or any wounds.
Did he use his might to...
He's used 2 mites.
Yeah, but he used his might to prevent for the fate, so he has lost his fate, so now 2 wounds. He dies.
I didn't write the fate down, yeah, for some reason.
So, your leader dies.
Down.
Wow. Wow. Well done, you two guys. So, some more victory points to moi. Next up, we're doing the 2 Rangers of Arnor against the single Easterlings. JT is due a little bit of luck. One of my guys is going to faint.
I'm going to faint.
And you're fainting. Fainting.
Oh.
And we take it. So, he is trapped. The red dice is the fainting dice. 6s, re-rolling 1s on the reds. And it doesn't matter, he does die. Another Easterling goes down. So after that, 2 more models go down and JT is broken. We've got the Ranger of the North here charging in on the Easterling Pikeman. So it's the 2 charging dice against... I'm expecting something from this Easterling now. But no. I don't know why. But I was. It's been not a great turn for you. Okay, so he's knocked down. So we get double strikes, needing 5s. I honestly think he's going to live. It's been that kind of a game. Needing 5s for both of us. Oh, and luckily, 1 takes him down. Wow, so this is how it looks at the end of that turn. Key turn coming next. Let's go into priority. Rolling for priority. My priority. A quick sweep of the battlefield after movement. This is how it looks. Could really swing either way. JT is 1 from breaking. And he still needs to kill another 6 of mine. So let's see how it goes. That was my priority, and I'm going to choose this combat over here first. The Ranger of the North, who charged in on that Easterling Pikeman. Inevitably, he's now going to beat me because I'm trying to get this to get the 1 that I need to break him for next turn. Let's see what happens. Oh, luckily, higher fight value takes it. So he is knocked down. And I need 1-5. Come on. Come on! And we take him down. And JT is now broken. Again, it's the high elf against the 2 high elves, against the shielding Eastling trapped against the barrier. My high elf is going to, on the right, is going to feint and use his 2-handed. So here's the white dice. Let's see what happens. Oh, you can't win. So you are trapped. So the red dice will need 5s and the white dice will need 6s. 5s re-rolling 1s. And we take him down with that single 5. Next up, the Ranger of the North, who charged in on the Eastling. Are you doing anything? Just fighting as normal?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let's see what happens. Oh, and we take it on fight value. So he's knocked down. And we need 5s. And luckily we get it. Next up, we'll do the 2 Easterlings here against the High Elf.
Both fainting.
So you're fainting with both. I'm shielding. Oh, and luckily we beat them back with the shielding. Next up, it's the 4 Easterlings against the shielding High Elf. Let's see what JT gets. 4 highest, so we need to beat the 4. Oh!
Ooh.
And he might kill this one. So you've got 4 dice needing 6s. Yes! Did you kill him? Oh, and he fell over all by himself. Let's see the reaction. Next up, the 2 High Elves versus the Easterling there. Let's see what happens. Oh, you get a 6. Give me another 6 and you'll kill him.
Come on, change dice.
You can do it. Oh, so close. Next up, the High Elf and the Ranger of Arnor against the 2 Easterlings there.
I'm going to faint.
You're fainting. 2 highest. We get a 6 and a 5. So the Elf and the Ranger of Arnor both strength 3, so we need 6s. We get a 5 and a 4, so they just back away an inch. So next up, the Eastling who charged the barrier. Guy in the front is going to faint.
I'm going to faint as well.
And you're fainting as well. 2. And we get a 5, so we win that one. So we're strength 3, so we need 6s. Oh! Double 6. And he goes down. Next up, we'll do the 2 Easterlings there against a fainting ranger in the front and then a normal ranger. Let's see what you get. 4 highest.
See a 6.
We get a 6, so we beat them back. Needing 6s to kill. Oh! And we take 1 down. Next up, the Eastling against the 2 Rangers of Arnor. Ranger of Arnor at the front is fainting. You get a 1. We get 4s, so he's not back. Needing 6s to kill him. Another one! This is ridiculous.
I don't want to play you anymore.
Another 6. What was that, JT?
I don't want to play you anymore.
So next up we have got the 4 Easterlings who charged a Ranger of the North here. We charged them first of all, so we still get our 2 dice. So let's see what we've got to beat.
My black dice is fainting.
Black dice is fainting. You get a 6 with that black dice. And we get a 4 high, so you actually win that. So we get knocked back. And what, do you want to make any strikes to the horse, or?
No, I won't bother with the horse. I'm just going to go straight for him.
Go straight for the man. So he's defense 5. So it
one
means
that's fainting. I'll do that first.
5s. So that's 1 wound. And that's 2 wound. And he's got 1 fate and 1 wound, which means 2 VPs for you. And one of the Rangers of the North, who have been the stars of the show, I must say, dies. So because JAT is now broken, he's going to roll to see if the game continues. On a 1 or a 2, the game ends.
Keep going, please keep going, please.
Hey! And we're going to get another turn of this. So, rolling for priority. Oh, and JT gets it. So JT didn't really want that priority, so he's going to point to which ones he's going to do courage test for. So we're going to start off with this one.
First guy, I have a courage of 3.
So he runs.
He's gone. The second guy, I'm going to go for the pikeman. He manages
He stays.
to stay. This man here.
He runs.
He flees.
Next one along.
This one here.
He flees.
The one next to him.
Flees.
Another fleer.
Another fleer.
Just haven't got the heart for the fight anymore.
Next one.
This guy here.
Stays.
Next
Next one.
one.
Stays.
This guy here.
He stays.
In there.
That one there. He stays.
Top on those 2.
He runs.
Slide. The one next to him.
Oh, re-roll that one. He stays.
So it's the one over there who's battling off the 2 still. He's had enough.
And he's gone. And he's gone. So wow, lots of Easterlings run away. And are you 25% now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 remaining. You are below 25%. So this will be the last turn. This is the last turn. Wow. So here it looks at the end of movement. JT's survivors who survived their courage test moved in. And I've moved in as well with the swarm. This is the last turn because he's below 25%. So let's see if he can break me back. Let's go on to combats. So if JT breaks... JT kills 3 more, he will break me. So which combat we're going to go for first?
It's 1-on-1 here. Let's start it off there.
And do the 1-on-1 there. I'm just going to fight as normal. Let's go. See some heroics. No. So we could do with another 6 to kill him. No, he lives. Next up, Ranger of the North, who got charged by that dude down there. So let's see what happens.
I'm going to faint.
Get another 6 to win the combat. But we didn't charge, so 1. He lives. Next up, the 2 Easterlings versus the High Elf. High Elf is shielding. Gets a 6. Can't be beaten. Next up, the Easterling here versus the High Elf. High Elf is shielding. And we win that one.
Next one on one.
Next one along. And again, I'm shielding. Oh, some glory. Can you get him with a 6?
Last
with a
minute
6.
stab.
Oh! It was close. So we're on to the last combat now. Last fight of the game, we've got the 2 High Elves, and then we've also got the Ranger of Arnor. Ranger of Arnor is fainting. Let's see what happens. Oh, he gets a 6! Can he do it? Right, so who are you targeting first?
I'm going to go for the Ranger.
You're going to go for the Ranger, so you only need 5s. Oh, it's cocked. That means you'll get it. Oh! And with that, that takes us to the end of the game. We shake hands. Epic handshake. Good game. We're going to go into the post-battle bat rep breakdown. So we've just worked out the score. We worked out the score, and it's 40 VPs to me versus 12. So it is a get buff bat rep. Now, unfortunately, JT had a real bad hernia operation, so he can't get down and do the press-ups, which is absolutely fair enough. But instead, he's going to give us 40 jumping jacks. Are you ready? Go. 1. Clap above your head. Clap above your head. Clap above your head. Come on. 4, 5. Come on. 6, 7, 8. Quicker. 9. Get your feet in and out. In and out with those feet. Come on. Make sure those feet come together in the middle. What? You're just hopping up and down. Come on. Let's go. Keep going. Keep going. Come on. It's all right. You got another 20. Come on. 20 more. 19, 18. Faster. 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 10 more. 10. Come on. 9, 8, 7, bit quicker, 6, 5, come on, 4, 3, 2, and that is a Get Buff Bat
I
Rep.
hate Lords of Battle.
Welcome to our post-battle Bat Rep breakdown. So first of all, commiserations to JT, but feeling fitter as a result of Get Buff Bat Rep.
I'm settled down now, just recovering, yeah.
Now, that was a really weird but fun,
Yeah.
interesting game. Really weird. Do excuse us, we might have to rush because this camera has been a nightmare today.
Yeah,
hasn't
it keeps breaking down.
It keeps breaking on us. I know, it's not giving me any problems for ages, and then today it's given us tons of problems. This battle's taken a lot longer than it was going to.
Just dragged out my loss.
It did. Now, at one point in that game, I honestly thought that your numbers were really going to come to bear and you were going to smash me. There was like a couple of weird turning points in that game.
There was one point for me when I'd maybe 9 warriors around 2 of his elves, and both of them managed to survive that combat. That kind of told me it wasn't my day.
Yeah, it was. It was a really interesting one. We played on a gorgeous board, which, to be fair, didn't really massively affect the outcome. There was a few barrier issues that that came up, but apart from that, we were kind of concentrated in one area. But we hope you enjoyed seeing a bit of a different board. With regards to my own force, the reason I brought it really was in case I came up against other bows. I could win the bow fight. I was going to cast Blinding Light with Círdan, and then Malbeth with his save. But I have to say, my hero points, apart from the Range of the North, were wasted. I had 170 points there just wasted. Malbeth didn't save a single soul. He did nothing, not a combat or anything. Círdan contributed his fight 6 to a couple of combats, but apart from that, fluffed it. He had an opportunity to cast Aura of Dismay.
I know that race.
He didn't do anything. Now you brought 3 captains.
Yeah. So I have to say, if I was going to do an Easterling force again, I'd go for some named heroes, and I'd have more of the upgrades from the standard warriors. Just got to a point in that game, especially where I wasn't winning any fights. It was just a case of rolling dice and watching James smile. So I'd definitely get the upgrades and get some better characters in there.
Yeah, the Fight 4 and the additional Fight 5 really helped me out. Although I have to say, although there was maybe 1 or 2 turns where my rolling deserted me, my rolling today was sick. Did you see it?
Really?
It's a wound. What the 6s. Unbelievable.
I've got a long journey home after this.
It was unbelievable. Just 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. It was pretty crazy. I have to nominate my man of the match, definitely, with the Rangers of the North on the horse.
Inspiring, yeah.
They were awesome. They were absolutely awesome. They did great.
They did what they wanted when they wanted.
Yeah, I mean, I was really nervous because you set up quite close, and this was definitely sort of a bow fire orientated. I thought, well, I might get a couple of shots off, but I was quite nervous because I thought my force really isn't designed to deal with your kind of grinding.
Yeah.
But
they hammered back. Yeah.
But the fight value really, really helped out. And then I think there was sort of 2 turns at the end, just before I broke you, which just really swung it in my favour. Yeah.
I had a few unfortunate dice rolls, and I just couldn't get the positioning I wanted. He had a very good stronghold and just knocked me back. Down.
Yeah. So a really, really interesting battle. We hope you guys found it interesting. I brought today's force based on a want, really, an asked for. What's the word I'm looking for? A request. Yeah. That's how tired we are. A request from a Morgan Cant that was passed on to me by Jamie, saying he wanted to see a Rivendell, Elves and Grey Company combination. And I brought that really to. I thought I might be playing Charles at some point today in this Haradrim force, and I thought that's that 50% bow line. I'm going to cast Blinding Light, going to have Malbeth saves, and I'm going to shoot him to boom. That's right. But instead, I played against the.
Just beat me instead. Yeah.
Played against the Phalanx. Well, I think at one point I really thought I was going to get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Very, very, very lucky.
Better luck next time for me.
So we hope you enjoyed that one today. Some different forces. JT did bring some dwarves with him, but he agreed to get the Easterlings out because we hardly see battles with them in, and I thought it was quite good to see.
It was good to use them, so I know what to do next time. So it's my first time using them, and quite fun.
Yeah, I think your Black Dragon upgrade is well worth it.
Definitely.
1 point for Fight 4.
It's worth it. Every single one of them needs that to compete against that army I've just played anyway.
Yeah. Well, and against most things. Most things are going to be Fight 3 or Fight 4, so it's either going to bring you level, or it's going to take you above most things. Maybe not Elves, obviously, but against most things.
As well.
So, very interesting game. In the end, the score of this Get Buff Bat Rep was 40 victory points to 12. It was a smashing. But we've had great fun today, haven't we?
Definitely.
And we're definitely going to do it again. If you want to speak to JT, make sure you get onto Awkward Battles. That's his store in Huddersfield.
Hey!
Huddersfield? Why? What do you say?
Slow it.
Slow it.
Slow it.
Or Slaithwaite, as the rest of us might say when we go and attend this tournament. And this is also a chance for me on camera to say congratulations for running such a fantastic tournament in
Yeah. Thank you for everyone who came. It was a brilliant day. Thank you very much.
And I'm pretty sure we'll all want to support that one next time. You're coming to the tournament in April?
Yeah, I'm bringing a few of our nudes to give to those as well.
Fantastic. So he's going to be bringing a coach load of people from Slowett to come and play here at the Northwest Gaming Centre for our tournament in April. So you get to meet JT and see what force he's going to bring. What are you going to bring?
I'll keep you guessing. I don't know myself. Night before, I'll probably get Treebeard out. Who knows?
He likes big monsters. But yet today, 3 captains and just troops. Nearly 40. It was worrying. He had nearly 40 warriors there. I was a bit worried. But as soon as you were broken, those courage tests just decimated you.
I missed my monsters today. I didn't hurl you about. That's
No.
disappointing.
No. So guys, continue to support your Hobbit hobby and what's the phrase, JT?
Support your Hobbit hobby.
I've already said that one. Happy strategy battle gaming.